When you are courting a nice girl, an hour seems like a second. When you sit on a red-hot cinder, a second seems like an hour. That's relativity. The gift of fantasy has meant more to me than my talent for absorbing positive knowledge. Our task must be to free ourselves by widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature and its beauty. The pursuit of truth and beauty is a sphere of activity in which we are permitted to remain children all our lives. All that is valuable in human society depends upon the opportunity for development accorded the individual. Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. Technological progress is like an axe in the hands of a pathological criminal. Before God, we are all equally wise and equally foolish. Memory is deceptive because it is colored by today's events. You cannot simultaneously prevent and prepare for war. The monotony and solitude of a quiet life stimulates the creative mind. Pure mathematics is, in its way, the poetry of logical ideas. No amount of experimentation can ever prove me right. A single experiment can prove me wrong. The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art and science. Intellectuals solve problems, geniuses prevent them. The value of a man should be seen in what he gives, and not in what he is able to receive. Everyone should be respected as an individual, but no one idolized. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. A table, a chair, a bowl of fruit, and a violin. What else does a man need to be happy? Intellectual growth should commence at birth and cease only at death. He who can no longer pause to wonder and stand wrapped in awe is as good as dead. His eyes are closed. Nationalism is an infantile disease. It is the measles of mankind. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. Any man who can drive safely while kissing a pretty girl is simply not giving the kiss the attention it deserves. You can't blame gravity for falling in love. I live in that solitude which is painful in youth, but delicious in the years of maturity. It is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge. Once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. There are two ways to live. You can live as if nothing is a miracle. You can live as if everything is a miracle. Common sense is the collection of prejudices acquired by age 18. Whoever is careless with the truth in small matters cannot be trusted with important matters. The only reason for time is so that everything doesn't happen at once. If we knew what it was we were doing, it would not be called research, would it? The world is a dangerous place to live. Not because of the people who are evil, but because of the people who don't do anything about it. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. No problem can be solved from the same level of consciousness that created it. The only source of knowledge is experience. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious. We can't solve problems by using the same kind of thinking we used when we created them. Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. Only two things are infinite: the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the former. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. A person who never made a mistake, never tried anything new. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. The hardest thing to understand in the world is the income tax. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. Look deep into nature and then you will understand everything better. Coincidence is God's way of remaining anonymous. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning.